George Herbert, 1593 to 1633, the Metaphysical Poet. The poems which we have in our syllabus are Affliction, The Pulley, The Collar, Redemption, Easter Wings, The Windows, Love-3 and Aaron. George Herbert was a Welsh-born poet, orator and priest of the Church of England. His poetry is associated with the writings of the metaphysical poets, and he is recognized as one of the foremost British devotional lyricists. He was born into an artistic and wealthy family and largely raised in England. He received a good education that led to his admission to Trinity College, Cambridge in 1609. He went there with the intention of becoming a priest, but he became the university's public orator and attracted the attention of King James I. He served in the Parliament of England in 1624 and briefly in 1625. After the death of King James, Herbert renewed his interest in ordination. He gave up his secular ambitions in his mid-30s and took holy orders in the Church of England, spending the rest of his life as the rector of the little parish of St. Andrew's Church, Lower Bermerton, Salisbury. He was noted for unfailing care for his parishioners, bringing the sacraments to them when they were ill and providing food and clothing for those in need. Henry Vaughan called him a most glorious saint and seer. He was never a healthy man and died of consumption at age 39. Herbert's poems have been characterized by a deep religious devotion, linguistic precision, metrical agility, and ingenious use of conceit. Samuel Taylor Coleridge wrote of Herbert's diction that nothing can be more pure, manly, or unaffected, and he is ranked with Donne as one of the great metaphysical poets. Visually too, the poems of George Herbert varied in such a way as to enhance their meaning with intricate rhyme schemes, stanzas combining different line lengths and other ingenious formal devices. The most obvious examples are pattern poems like the altar, in which the shorter and longer lines are arranged on the page in the shape of an altar. The visual appeal is reinforced by the conceit of its construction from a broken, stony heart representing the personal offering of himself as a sacrifice upon it. In the case of Easter Wings, the words were printed sideways on two facing pages so that the lines there suggest outspread wings. The words of the poem are paralleled between stanzas and mimic the opening and closing of the wings.